Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Conqueror. It's the Tier 9 British heavy tank. It's located on the east spawn of Airfield and it's under the commands of Zyriakster. Now the Conqueror was a further development of the Carnarvon and much better than the Centurion and was designed basically to attack and kill Soviet tanks. And to do that, it's got a 120mm gun, which is of American design, capable of 400 alpha and penetrating 259 with standard ammo and with premium rounds 326. It's an IS-3 killer. And you can see spaced armour around the turret, which is nicely shaped to deflect many shells. Now it's quite slow and sluggish, you might say. But it is a heavy tank, so it's supposed to be. Quite a heavy tank in all sense of the word, because it's 68 tons in total. But that 120mm gun is very good indeed. Now you got some spotting damage there, but not actual damage on the tank. Now, the armour's pretty good. It's got 152mm on the front of the tank, 76 on the sides and 38 on the rear, 254 at the front on the turret and 88.9 on the sides. So it's really good when you face onto the enemy. Nice shot into the Hawk, who hasn't got the armour to defend, but it was a low roll, but the Hawk was killed the very next second by the Basante. So the AE Phase 1 that's ahead of us and the Conqueror both got the same gun basically. Oops, the IS-22 did not angle well and paid the price for it. But he is actually providing us with pretty good armour against any enemy tank that comes around the corner. And trouble is, we have to push him if we want to get to the corner. Oh, here comes the enemy. And there goes the TNH. He's back in the garage. Oh dear. That didn't work out too well for him. Now this was the first of the FV200 series of tanks, which were the universal tank designed by the British to be the same basic chassis for many other vehicles. This was, it was basically the first universal tank. It was the FV214 Conqueror, and of course the Super Conqueror that you see in the game is actually fictitious. That vehicle didn't actually exist because that's the one with the turret designed for destroying the Malkara missile, or designed to deflect the Malkara missile, the target. Well, we've got a couple of tanks down here. The A Phase 1's going to be difficult to kill, but we'll have a go. He's fired and he's out the game. Low roll, but it's only just a low roll. That great 120mm gun is so powerful. 53 TP pokes out, gets around through his turret, but a low roll, and we deflect the shot that came back. You see the armour's working. Now it actually has a very low DPM, but that's mostly because the alpha is low, but the alpha is the same as other 120mm armed tanks. High roll that one. The lower plate of this tank is a bit weak, and it has got an ammo rack behind it, so if they do fire and penetrate the lower plate, they might get an ammo rack on Zyriakster. So yeah, try to protect the lower plate on this tank if you can. One good thing about the tank is it does have a fairly high hit pool, 1950. So if you're going to come up against a Soviet tank that does 400 alpha or thereabouts, you're going to be able to survive for quite a few shots. Another bounce. The enemy tried to penetrate his top, and ooh, the Emil got one into us. Now we don't want him to put all 3 rounds from his mag into us, so he needs to be careful about how he angles himself here. Oh, and we've got a 14.5 Ayudas, and he gets a low roll into him. I think he needs to deal with the 53 TP and the Ayudas before he deals with that Emil. Okay, keep himself nicely angled. Oh, didn't get that one in, but he did hit the tracks. Yeah, he's backing off, which is the smart move. Get rid of these problems first. The 53 TP's moved. He's changed position. So it's only the units who actually can shoot him in the side, but he doesn't really want to get shot in the side if he can help it. There he is. Okay, can we get a shot into him? No, not from that angle. It's just too acute. That would hit the tracks and just be absorbed by them. And he really doesn't want to take part in the battle at the moment. He's just sitting there. And he knows that... Oh, now he's out. That's better. It was a low roll again, but only just. And he can't take more of that. If one more shot and he's out the game. If he backs up to take another shot, we might be able to get him. The trouble is, he might be aware that he's the one who's stopping Zyriakster from going around the corner to deal with the Emil. Well, we're taking a risk, but it's worth it. The 53 PP. There's the Emil. Okay, go for it. Nice. Got it into the hull, which is, of course, the weak spot in the Emils. Of course, the Emil's going to be waiting for him to pop out again. Oh, no. He tempted the Emil to fire, but he didn't take the hint. And the Udes is firing, or at least was trying to fire it. I think he actually hit the rocks. Yes! That was good. That was good. That frees up this angle, which means now we're not going to get shot in the sides, but the Emil's gone full hull down up in the pocket. Now, will we get a shot? Yeah, oh, yes, he showed the back of his turret to us. He was shooting down to the south, and he didn't realise we popped round the corner. But he's now gone. Oh, well, he tried there, but I think he may have been shooting over our turret. No, didn't get that one. No, I think that hit the base of the turret, which is incredibly strong. But he's just gone, so now we can get at this 53 TP. And he's a one-shot, so we only need one round to finish him off. We've got his rear. Oh, and now these guys turn up. That's it, aim for the flat plate, which is the weak spot. And now all of a sudden he's getting hit by 3 different directions at once. Well, deal with the biggest problem at the moment, which seems to be that one. And he takes out the Canonian Jagdpanzer with one shot. Charioteer's pulled back, but the problem is Zyriakster is now a one-shot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I pointed out the obvious too late. Waffenträger was waiting for him to come around the corner. But the 53 TP has gone, and that Waffenträger is now... Oh, no, he's gone as well, so it's now just the Charioteer. And I think he's about to die to our Waffenträger. And yep. Oh no, the Striv got him instead. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Zyriakster in the Conqueror on the Airfield map. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 5 exactly, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he got 4, he got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and as well a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were being damaged. Let's have a look at the team scores and see where he is. Well, top of the table when it comes to damage with 4,744. The nearest tank to him was the Waffenträger, 3,846. Funny that he was the one who actually killed him in the end. And when it came to damage, the third highest was the Strib 1030, who killed the Charioteer. He got 3,666. When it came to kills, he shared the top spot with the Waffenträger. Both of them got 4 kills apiece. 3 kills went to the T44 on Zyriakster's team. And when it came to base XP, he's got the tops on that. So technically, he's got the tops in all three columns. 1,444 base, 1,018 went to the Bisonte C45, and 947 went to the A Phase 1. He fired 16 shots, got 16 direct hits on the enemy, and only 13 penetrations. I think a couple of his shots aimed at the UDES didn't actually go through, but I think that was due to the fact the UDES was very well angled. Yeah, he was angling just right, but he popped out once too often, and Zyriakster was able to get just the right amount of shots into him to put him out of the game. 4,744 hit points of damage, of which 300 were at more than 300 meters. 10 hits received, 6 penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. So, yeah, he did get penned, but I think that's because he got into one of those awkward positions where not only the Canonian Jagdpanzer managed to put a round into him, but the Charioteer and the 53 TP all managed to get a shot in at the wrong moment when he was being hit in the sides where the armour isn't quite as strong as the front. 1,300 of hit points actually blocked by armour. Yes, he did block quite a few shots during the game, but unfortunately he lost too many hit points to those guys when he poked through the corner going after the 53 TP. I probably would have poked around the corner and gone after that 53 TP rather than ignored the two behind me, but I think he was probably right in the end, because he did get at least the kill on the Canonian Jagdpanzer. The 53 TP died shortly after, and the Charioteer didn't have much in the way of hit points. But if he had gone for the 53 TP, I'm pretty sure that Waffenträger probably would have hit him anyway. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, 2,645 hit points off spotting assist. That's very good. 52,942 credits for the game. And after repair and ammunition resupplying, yes, he did use some premium ammo here. 24,874 credits profit. 1,444 XP, 2,166 to take away. So, pretty decent battle in the Conqueror. Firstly, I'm not sure if that's his first ace tanker or not. He didn't put it up there, but I presume he's actually had them before. But the Conqueror is quite an interesting tank, because it's like an overcharged, overpowerful Centurion in a sense. Some development of the Carnarvon, but it's the first tank which, well, first major tank with Hesh rounds, I suppose you could say. First major heavy, I suppose, with Hesh rounds. Basically that 120mm gun is exceptionally good at doing damage to the enemy. So even though it's got a reduced alpha and a reduced DPM on some of the other tanks, it's still a very formidable opponent because of the armour at the front of the vehicle. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, please do remember that we've got a sister channel called The General, where you can watch replays without any commentary whatsoever. And they're normally quite interesting, well worth watching. Thanks for watching this one.